Hi, TJ Chambers from ADHDawareness.com. I received an email with a question and I wanted to just talk about that and respond to it. And I thought it was a great question that many people have problems with, and this is something that I've had a problem with myself. And let me just read this email and I'll respond to it. Hey, ADHD smart guy. I would like to know if the symptoms of ADHD are enhanced when you are not interested in the subject you are looking at. The reason I ask is I can pay attention to some things, but I cannot do my studies without being distracted or wandering off into a world of my own. It's getting beyond a joke for me, and all I want to do is pass this course, but I can't seem to get far into my work. It's starting to ruin my life and not being able to finish work. I would like to think it's not my lack of intelligence, as I do well on IQ tests and usually understand things very quickly. Is it possible for a person with ADHD to pass a university degree? Well, first thing I'm going to do is answer that question. Someone with ADHD can pass a university degree, and it may take, it's probably will take, it's going to take a lot more work and a lot more effort. Just for this one reason, not even including all the rest, is just you easily lose attention, you lose focus, you lose interest in topics. You become bored very easily. Let me read two items just off of the ADHD assessment checklist on my website. That these are very common symptoms for people with ADHD. Does not work to potential in school, receives not working potential, teacher comments, has a short attention span unless very interested in a particular subject. So this is something that is very common, and it can be very difficult at times trying to stay interested in a subject. Now, there are some things you can do that can help you. One of those is I talk in one of my videos about diet. Diet is going to be the most important thing. Reducing the amount of sugar in your diet to nothing and getting some very good quality minerals and supplements to take. Now, I discuss those in my other videos, and you can see those where I go into great detail about the proper diet. Now, one thing I don't particularly like to recommend, but something that may help, something that is prescribed to people with ADHD in medication form are stimulant drugs. And they found that stimulant drugs help people with ADHD, but the effects that come later from using them are not very good, like mood swings, cardiovascular problems, sleeping problems, just all kinds of problems come as a result. So if you want something like you have a test tomorrow, you need to study tonight, something that may help might be like a caffeine drink, maybe coffee or tea. There are other caffeine drinks. Just be careful that it's not loaded with sugar, because that's going to cause some problems. Now, the long-term goal is to get a proper diet, get the minerals you need, and that's going to help you the most. So you're going to have to get creative also with trying to stay focused on a topic. If you notice you're wandering off, I do it all the time. I've done it with my work. If you notice you're wandering off, get up and go do something else. Go outside, run around the building 5 times, or do something to where you can get your mind off of what you're doing, and then you can get focused back on what you're doing. So if you just sit there and you keep dazing off and you keep thinking about and getting upset of how much you're dazing off, and so you have this cycle of your days off, you're upset, you can't focus, you can't study. So get up, do something, change your what you're doing, and then come back to it. So that's something you can try. And ADHD people tend to be creative, so that's something you're going to have to do, is be creative. See how do you learn the best. And if you have a lot of stimulation from TV, movies, video games, YouTube videos, if you have a lot of stimulation like that in your life, something you may want to consider is reducing that. Because if you're watching a lot of these things, you have all this stimulation, and then you have to go and you have to read and study from a book, you're going to say, I don't want to do this. This is not fun. This is boring. I'm not interested. And you're going to have problems trying to focus on reading and learning from a book. So that's some things to consider. If you have any suggestions for me that I can share with people, please let me know. Or if you have any questions, you can also send me an email at my website, adhdawareness.com.